Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you so much for subscribing and being here. And I'm actually going to do a new moon in Scorpio spread. It's a new moon today, and it's interesting to see what's going to come through and what's coming up. It is a time of new beginnings, and there's a lot of Scorpio energy going on at the moment. Making sure that you are aware of your sensitivities as well. You may be extra sensitive to different things right now, and also you may be feeling the energies of the earth changing, everything going all over the place a little bit. So hopefully this reading will help sort of bring things back down into balance. And I've got a few readings to come for Halloween, as it's coming up on Thursday. A few readings coming up, different readings, spooky readings, I guess you could say. And so we'll see what comes through with those as well. Okay, so the new moon in Scorpio reading, I want you to choose pile 1 or pile 2. We're going to be using this is a very basic set of cards. It's actually just called tarot cards. It was just a deck I found at some kind of shop in Melbourne. Okay, so what am I growing out of with this new moon? This is for number 1. There's going to be 5 cards. What am I growing out of with this new moon? What is shedding? What am I making room for? What area of my life am I looking to change? Or wanting to change, I guess you could say. And how can I move forward? It's the best course of action to move forward. And what's new? What's coming up in this new moon in Scorpio energy? Okie dokie. Let's try number 1. The first one is, what am I growing out of with this new moon? So this is about letting go of things so that new things can begin. Okay, what am I growing out of with this new moon? The energy here for you, number 1, is you're sort of growing out of this phase of maybe just being I guess there's a few different meanings that you could get out of this, okay? But the first thing is like maybe just being a little too sure of things, for example. So maybe you're growing out of this need to know kind of thing. And maybe other people try to give you advice or whatever, and you feel like you're on top of everything. And this card energy is just saying to you, you're kind of growing out of that. You're learning to open up to greater wisdom, greater wisdom and grounding yourself and communicating better. So you're growing out of this need to be right, perhaps, or stay in control, or maybe know what you're doing kind of thing, and you're not taking advice. And now you're growing out of that and moving into a time where, you're accepting wisdom. You know that you're strong. You know that you can do just about anything you set your mind to, right? And so there's this energy here of letting go of closing doors, I guess, to a lot of other people and their ideas, and opening up more deeper wisdom for yourself, bringing you into, this is the ultimate happiness card, right? This is make a wish. So don't forget tonight, 9 wishes on a new moon. Make 9 new moon wishes and write it down. And perhaps this is a reminder to do that for you, number 1 as well. So just letting go of the need to not listen perhaps to others or take their advice or whatever it is. And you're just having a more open heart and mind to the wisdom of others. Okay. What's shedding? What are you making room for? Oh, here we go. So this is shedding. Okay, the Ten of Swords. The people who have betrayed you in the past, upset you, hurt you, not understood you, really, really upset you, I feel that, forgiveness is everything, of course. And, there are some things that are really, really difficult to forgive that others have done to us. So we just let the universe forgive that energy as well. Have a forgiving heart, but I don't think that in some cases we need to be opening up the door to some people in our life again, or letting them come back in just to possibly do the same thing. So what you're shedding is the old, the energy of betrayal, the energy of hurt, deep hurt, the energy of cheating, like someone cheating on you in some way, or cheating you out of something, or stealing from you, like all the negative energy. You're not holding on to this anymore, or it's not valuable for you to do that, okay? You're making room for brand new things and new people and new energy. So, I know there's a lot of people that think, well, I should just be friends with that person because they've known me for such a long time. But that person, may have hurt you 1,000 times over. And, it's up to you, of course. It's always up to everybody what they do with their life. But it feels like this is a good thing for you to be letting go of. Things that, or people that have betrayed you, so that you can begin a whole new focus for yourself, okay? Bring in that new wisdom as well. The time for all that negative stuff is finished. Okay, 3. What area of life are you yearning for change? What area of life? Okay, Page of Cups, so the emotions. So you're yearning for your emotions to change. Maybe how you're feeling about certain somebody or a certain situation. Maybe how you feel about your finances, because we have the fish here. Maybe how you feel about spirituality, communication. Or maybe it's just that you're yearning to change your confidence, and how strong you feel. Or wanting to feel stronger. You're waiting for news, and you're waiting for a message to come. You're waiting for maybe children or energy of children to change their minds, or to get their act together, or whatever it is. Do the right thing, right? There could be a whole lot of things, but it does stem around emotions. This is the area of life you're yearning for change. And I feel like it's positive as well, so this is happening. Okay, let's keep going. How can I move forward? Okay, it's time to walk away from anything that is upsetting you. The card of the Five of Pentacles is a time of loss, financially usually, that you're going through that stage where everything's difficult, and we are coming up to Christmas and it can get really difficult. So we don't want to focus on that mindset though. We want to focus on abundance, on manifesting, letting go of limitations, etc. And that's what you need to do in order to move forward. Number 1 is perhaps you do limit yourself. Remember that if you say some positive declarations if you say some positive declarations to yourself every day, saying it out loud, it's so much better for you than the other declarations, which are, I never have, this is always happening to me, I'm worried about this, there's never enough money, I have to work so hard in order to achieve, that kind of thing. And that kind of energy needs to really, really change, because we're moving into 2020. And let me tell you, the readings I've done so far, the energy is fantastic for next year. A lot easier planetary-wise. Okay? So how can you move forward? Just shift yourself out of a less than or lacking mindset in some way. And we all know what we're doing. We all know where we go wrong, and we all know the little things that we're saying, and bring yourself more into the abundance that is coming. Telling yourself, I'm abundant on every level. I have more than enough financially now and always. These kinds of things really help you. Okay, now here we go. This is what's going to be new after the new moon for you, number 1. Okay, so the wait will be over, like I'm really getting with this card here. We know this can be a card of balancing it, etc. So that will also happen. You know, making forward movement with balancing everything, home life, career, you know, love, etc., children, everything. And also it looks like if you're waiting, number 1, if you're waiting on news about travel, then this is a positive card where plans will go well, okay? So what's new? Everything's going to find its way into balance and plans going well for travel. You're feeling grounded. You're feeling, you know, there's a lot of things that you've got to do. There's a lot of things that are coming up, etc. But you're feeling more capable of doing it, which is fantastic. Okay, number 1. Good reading for you. Okay, and those of you who chose number 2, now this reading is the new moon in Scorpio reading. So we want to see what's coming up. Don't forget to make your 9 wishes. Okay, so for number 2, what am I growing out of with this new moon? What is shedding? What am I making room for? What area of life am I yearning for change? How can I move forward? And what's new? All right, ready, number 2? Okay, and happy new moon in Scorpio to everybody. What am I growing out of with this new moon? This is interesting because it's a different way of looking at things. And here, this is a fast-moving card. So my feeling for number 2 is that you're growing out of this need to rush everything, you know. And perhaps you've been giving... It's like you're rushing to, I don't know, whatever it is, you're rushing to the finish line, you're rushing to go, you're rushing to move, you're rushing for Christmas, you're rushing for Thanksgiving or whatever it is. And you've got all these ideas and, you know, it may be for you, for number 2, that not always do those ideas come out because you're on to the next thing or the next thing or the next thing. So you're growing out of this. Okay, you're growing out of this need to rush, and you're moving into more settled times within yourself. However, after this new moon, there is a lot of creative energy for you. And I was just saying for number 1, the 2020 readings so far have been fantastic for next year. Like all the different energy is much more settled, fast moving. So yeah, look out for that reading too. But yeah, what are you growing out of? Just this need to rush everything. You're slowing down, becoming a lot more peaceful. You're not overthinking as much. And this is serving you really, really well. Okay, let's keep going. What is shedding? What am I making room for? So here's the King of Swords. So you're sort of letting go of feeling insecure, you know. There's going to be great confidence that washes over you when the King of Swords is around, especially. You're making room for your own independence, strength, spiritual knowledge. Maybe you're teaching, maybe you're administrating, maybe you're heading up a business or managing something. Something important to you anyway is really, really necessary. So you have to let go of insecurities. And this is amazing. There's a lot of knowledge and there's a lot of wisdom coming to you, number 2. And it's going to keep on shifting in your life a lot, noticing signs and colors and different, dreams that are strange as well. And you've had to shed a lot of insecurities about yourself to move into this independent King of Swords energy, but it's fabulous. Okay. What area of life are you yearning for change? Okay. Again, this is emotional too. You're wanting things to change emotionally. You're wanting to celebrate. You're wanting to have people come together and celebrate with you. You wish things were different, perhaps within your family. I feel that for some of you. Maybe people coming together and just drop the nonsense. This is what you're yearning for change. The only thing that you can truly change is yourself, though. We can't change anyone else's soul contracts or what they're supposed to be experiencing in their life. We can always give beautiful protection and ask angels to be with our family members out of love. Because nothing is going to block a person's life path. Angels aren't going to block the way forward for somebody if you're protecting them or whatever. They're still going to learn what they need to learn. So you're yearning for this connection, or a deeper connection, maybe a love connection as well. And you're wanting that to change, but learning that emotionally you're only ever responsible for yourself. And those who are supposed to be in your life will gravitate towards you anyway. It always happens. The right people will be in the right space, and it has to be the right timing for everyone. So, emotionally, what you're looking for, I feel, is coming. But when you just heal the aspects of yourself that are hurting about it, or hurting about the loss of someone, or missing someone you may not have even met. Okay, so emotionally looking for a change. How can I move forward? How can I move forward? Okay, well, you're just going to be your normal giving self, giving generously, and also people are also going to give generously to you as well. You have to focus your thoughts around declarations of strength, not limitation as well. Focusing your energy around the things that you love to do, the things that bring you happiness, and also creating, because creative energy is very important for you as well. And you will be able to move forward by focusing on those things. You'll be able to see light at the end of the tunnel, and also that you're releasing the past and trusting life. The forces of nature heal and support you. So you can move forward, and you can trust that those people that you care about, that you're worried about leaving behind, or you're worried that they're not on the right track, or there's some kind of worry with you, number 2, about family or people that you love. And you have to move forward by, I guess, leading the way as well. Leading the way forward, showing that it can be done, that you're an inspiration for others as well. Okay, what else have we got here? This is what's new. Okay, we have the moon energy. Okay, so this is what's new. This is what's coming up as perhaps a surprise. And a lot of people, you know, the moon energy can be a little bit tricky at times, but I feel it's always good because it has a lot of illumination in it, you know, revelation energy. Whatever's not meant to be in your life will be coming to the surface, and whatever is meant to be in your life also comes to the surface. You know, you just find out, and perhaps you need to, right? You need to. So this moon is going to be super important. The Scorpio energy, I see the Scorpio coming up here. Well, it's a crab, well, a lobster or something like that, but it's got that kind of look to it. So this usually is the sign of Cancer's card, but it's a watery energy again. It's a card of completion as well. So something is completing, something is finishing off in your life, and it has to happen. This is something that is major for you. Some of you are, look, there's dogs here. So some of you, and the dogs bark at the moon, of course, all right? So it can indicate that someone you know might be a little nutty, or there's that nutty energy there, but I'm not seeing it for this time. What I'm seeing is animal communication. Your animals in heaven are with you as well. And for some of you, there's a new pet that may come into your life unexpectedly also, or the pet you have is extra special, but I'm just getting this energy of past animals making an appearance. And perhaps, you know, it's Halloween coming up, of course. That could be very true. But what's new is that things are really clearly, very clearly revealed to you, number 2. And it'll be up to you what you do with that energy. But I feel like it's a positive thing for you. Okay, interesting. I hope that you all enjoyed these messages, and I hope you have a wonderful new moon in Scorpio. And we're getting ready for Halloween on Thursday, and I'll be going live, and Bobby Failsafe will also be live with me as well, which is going to be interesting. I've got some things for him to wear for Halloween. So it's going to be funny. But I thank you all for subscribing and being here, and look forward to the next video. And much love. Bye for now. Bye.